What up, hose heads? It's your friendly neighborhood firefighter Mark, and this is Firehouse Fragrances. What's up, everybody? Back again with another episode of Firehouse Fragrances. First off, I want to get into the giveaway that I had announced. We hit 100 subscribers already, just over actually. So I want to go ahead, open up the YouTube comment picker, and let's spin it. Alright guys, as I said, I'm going to be giving a 10 ml decant of Tiziana Terenzi's Orion. This is a great pineapple heavy opening with an oak mossy kind of green dry down. So Mr. Michael Paul, you're the winner of the 10 ml decant. Hit me up, Firehouse Fragrances on Facebook. Get in touch with me, get your address out, and I'll get this shipped out to you as soon as possible. Alright guys, let's get into it now. What I want to do is highlight a newer house on the block, Mr. Travis Gearhart's Dapper fragrances. What Mr. Gearhart does is he takes a lot of our beloved fragrances and he ramps up the notes, longevity, and sillage into beast mode projection, into beast mode longevity, into beast mode sillage, everywhere just how we like them. If you guys know my top 10 summer scents, I listed Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. What Mr. Gearhart has done, he went back in the lab, added a few more notes, pumped up the performance on this thing, and he re-released Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim Intense. This is going to be an extrait de parfum version of the original Afternoon Swim. We have the same 3 citrus notes coming through, but like I said, they're going to be richer, it's going to be a little bit darker. I will tell you, the projection, it's not going to be the 4 hours of the original, but the longevity is almost double what I got with the original. When I got the original, I opened it up out of the packaging, I hit myself with 2 sprays, and I got 4 solid hours of beast mode projection. After the 4-hour mark, it started to quickly fade into a skin scent. When I got Afternoon Swim Extrait, I put it in my little maceration fridge, I let it sit overnight, came out, gave it a full wearing the next day. I got about 2 hours and 45 minutes of solid projection on this thing, with about 8.5 hours of longevity before it was a faint skin scent. Some other ones that Dapper is bringing to us are longtime friends. Dior Home's Intense. This is a fall and winter go-to for me at all times. I love the note of iris, I love that lipsticky vibe, and what Travis did here, he captured it perfectly with his Dior Homme Intense. What he did was pump the power back up, and now this thing is a lot more like a 69 Challenger rather than an 88 LX Mustang. A few others that I did want to highlight without going over everything that I have a pretty good range from his house already. Goldfield and Banks Pacific Rock Moss. This was a great summer, easy dumb reach to go to that came out a few years ago, but this thing sucked on performance. We're talking 2 hours maybe of longevity, maybe 45 minutes of good projection before it was nothing more than a skin scent. This thing right here has been sitting for about a month and a half now. I have given it a couple of full wearings and I get about 2-3 hours of good projection on this and about 6 to 7 hours of longevity before it dies into a nice, gentle skin scent. Some other ones that are newer to Dapper are things that are going to be like Bodicea the Victorious' Valiant. This is a beautiful scent that's probably a little bit better suited for evening nights, maybe late summer, early spring, and definitely all of fall. This is a little bit more powdery, there's some tonka bean, some citruses up in the top, but this is definitely going to be a cooler weather scent, or at least something that you're not going to wear out in the dead of heat of summer. Let's talk about a few that I know everybody is super excited for this summer. Looking at Maison Margiela's Replica Under the Lemon Trees and Jean Paul Gaultier's Popeye Eau Fraiche. This is the first time that I had sampled Under the Lemon Trees. I lost it to my girl as soon as we sprayed it the first time. It's got a beautiful heavy lemon citrusy opening that she absolutely loves, and she pretty much took it from me on first spray. I don't mind though because I'm gonna get to enjoy it on her. Papaya Fresh, I know that's something that everybody has been looking forward to. I only have the Superman, which is a 2017 release, but they're all gonna smell the same. What I can tell you is that with this one that I've had for quite some time, I'm afraid to use up the juice because, you know, the presentation and everything, I just don't want to run out of the original. What Dapper did was pump this thing up. Again, I never got bad performance out of this, but out of this one, it just smashes it out of the ballpark here, guys. You're looking at maybe about 7 hours of longevity and maybe about 9 to 10 on this thing right here. When I tell you guys these things are close, I don't do that whole percentage thing, 90%, 95%. All I know is if these things smell alike or if they're just similarly close or just nowhere near each other. What I can tell you guys is these things are identical on me. The only difference is longevity. This thing, 8 to 9 hours. This thing, 6 to 7 hours. Moving on to the niche side of things. With Dapper, I am definitely set for all of summer with these 4 right here. What we have here are Roja's Oceana, Louis Vuitton's Sun Song, Roja Elysium, and Creed's Millésime Imperial. These are all straight to parfum percentages. They're all extremely beast mode, and from the ones that I have smelled, I can tell you they're right there, they're identical. What I will say about the Millésime Imperial, this is gonna be more like the older batches from what I've smelled. Not the all gold bottles, but the ones that are like 2014, 2015, back when they had the 4-ounce bottles, before they moved to the newer 3.3s. What this is salty watermelon heaven. Louis Vuitton Sun Song, something that everybody's been excited for, and it follows the same vein as Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. I myself, I prefer the Afternoon Swim, but this is definitely a winner right here too. If you like the note of lemon, this is going to be the one for you. The 3 notes that this features are orange blossom, musk, and citron. What that leaves on the niche side are Roja's Oceana. This is a complex scent as Roja does most of the time. This is a beautiful scent. This is about as close to an aquatic as we're gonna get with a Roja Dove. It does have some lavender in there, so it gives me that kind of masculine feel of being by the beach because it does have that aquatic tone to it, a little bit of saltiness to it, but with that lavender, it gives me that masculine shave cream type of vibe. And finally, one of my favorites from Roja Dove, Elysium. The one thing that's always been lacking with the Roja Dove Elysium has been performance. At best I get 5, maybe 6 hours, but the projection is maybe an hour and a half for me. It is quickly a very light skin scent, and it's not something that's a heavy projector for me, but I do love how it smells. This thing is a dead-on ringer. If you get this, you're going to be absolutely happy with the performance of it while enjoying that classic Roja Dove smell of Elysium that we all love. What we're seeing here are 3 classic barbershop fragrances. I absolutely love barbershops. I love hyper masculine type of fragrances. Maison Margiela's At the Barbers, Christian Dior's Eau Sauvage, and Tom Ford's Beau de Jour. Tom Ford's Beau de Jour is one that recently came out. I've sampled it many times at the Tom Ford counter at our local Dillard's. It's something that I absolutely love, and I'm very happy to get it apart here. Christian Dior's Eau Sauvage is a classic. This is a go-to for any classic guy if you're dressing up to go out or you just want that hyper masculine scent. Maison Margiela's Replica At the Barbers. This is a classic barbershop scent, same as the other ones. It isn't as strong. It has a little bit of a lighter scent, a lighter vibe than the other 2, but this is definitely going to give you what you're going for if you're into barbershop fragrances. On the male side of things, what that leaves is my absolute baby. Dapper Fragrances Creed Aventus X-Straight. This is a presentation that you're going to get with the bigger bottles. What batch does this smell like? I know you guys know that I'm a huge Creed Aventus head. I'm very into the batch hype. So, which one is this most like in my opinion? 19 Y11N. The reformulated, yes. Don't shoot the reformulations down until you guys try them. Every single year, there's been hype around the older batches. You know Aventus gets better and better and better the longer you let it sit. It's gonna be the same way with Dapper versions. This is a great pineapple heavy, citrus opening, and it's how he does it, how he gets that signature Creed type of ambergris in the dry down, I'll never know, but as long as he keeps pumping it out, I'll keep it in my rotation. What that leaves lastly is for the female audience out there, or for guys that are looking to purchase something for the female in your life. The first one that I want to talk about is going to be Creed's Aqua Fiorentina. This is a beautiful floral aquatic fragrance that I first sampled with my wife a couple of months ago before grabbing it and taking a large decant home. Trying Dapper's version, it's like the same thing all over again, but with Creed's, she gets maybe 2 to 3 hours of longevity, with about half of that being solid projection. With the Dapper version, you're gonna get double or more of that kind of performance. Bergamot 22 from Le Labo. This is a pretty simple fragrance that my wife absolutely loves. I absolutely love to smell it on her. It works great in blends, but for me, I don't like to wear it straight up. YSL's Libre for Women. This was a release from the House of YSL in 2019. This is a really sweet, mass appealing fragrance. It has notes of orange, lavender, and black currant in the top, and vanilla, cedar, and ambergris in the base. Like I said, great fragrance, mass appealing, and the price is right when you order from Dapper. The last one that I'm going to speak about from the House of Dapper for Women is going to be Tiffany & Company. When Mr. Gearhart set out to recreate this fragrance, he didn't nail it. He improved it. This is something that I absolutely love to smell on my wife when we first picked it up. It's a Tiffany & Company. You know it's going to be expensive. You know it's going to smell good. You know it's going to be something that's pretty mass pleasing. But this is something that has very poor longevity, very poor sillage, and very poor projection. Let's take the notes, ramp them up, and really boost longevity, projection, and sillage. What Dapper Fragrances was took all the notes, ramped them way up, turned up the concentration, and turned this thing into a beast mode for you ladies out there. Well guys, that does it for this episode of Firehouse Fragrances. I do want to say congratulations to our winner Michael for the 10 ml decant. Let's take the conversation down below. What's your scent of the day? Have you tried out Dapper Fragrances? And if you have, what's your favorite from their line? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe guys. I'll see you next time.